the always ready Nico the Iron Gaffey, and the UK's Chassa Simons lay it all on the line to forge their path and achieve their destiny. Plus, in the co-main event, the vacant women's featherweight world title hangs in the balance when Jessica the Black Widow Borga knuckles up with Hannah, the classical warrior Rankin. In the main event, King Kai Stewart defends his featherweight world championship against a warrior looking for his next knockout and first world title, Tommy the Farmer Strydom. This is Bkfc 72. Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship is live in Dubai.
Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship is presented by Bucked Up Energy Drink. Welcome back to Dubai, once again in the Pearl of the Persian Gulf, the City of Gold, where we made history last night. Tonight, 2 more world titles will be on the line. It's Saturday night, and Saturday night's all right for fighting here on Bkfc 72. Let's get things underway with our preview. We got 2 bangers to kick off tonight's fight card. Many, many times, a fight in the preview has stolen the whole show, so enjoy it. And our main card is deep. Right off the rip, you got the debuts of both John Phillips and Fabio Maldonado. That should entertain. Then Brandon Superman Allen goes toe the line with Nico Gaffey in what should be a barn burner. And in our first of 2 main events, it's no secret that Hannah Reagan and Jessica Borga do not like each other. Whether it's merely the competitive fire to become champion or something more personal, we know this battle for the inaugural Women's Featherweight Championship will be money. And on top of the card, featherweight champion King Kai Stewart has proven to be one of the fastest rising stars in company history. Now he looks to defend that title again. This time he gets an undefeated underdog in Tommy the Farmer Strydom that'll lay everything on the line to become immortal. And welcome once again to the Dubai Duty Free Tennis Stadium as Bkfc is back and we are bringing the heat once again. It has been magic. It's been a movie here in Dubai. Of course, last night we made history for the first time, a Bkfc event here in the city of Dubai, and it did not disappoint. Speaking of last night, let's take a look at some of those images that made it all happen, courtesy of our photographer, Nick Vespi. Incredible shots from all the finishes, the big knockouts, like this one from Geronimo Dos Santos, by the way. And then we go forward and we look at the incredible matchup between Sabah Habasi taking on Johnny Tello. And then, folks, we got into the title fights. World title fights, Britain Hart, Ty Emery, they put on an absolute show. A war, Britain Hart retains. And then it was Austin No Doubt Trout retaining that title in a tough contest with Carlos Trinidad Snake. That one by itself was special. Going into that 6th and final round, you don't see it very often, the overtime round. Well, you got it last night. Those last 3 fights by themselves, reason enough that you need to have the Bkfc app for $7.99 because you can go back and watch last night. And, of course, you can get the entire show tonight. $7.99 gets you tonight's show. It's also going to get you Omaha in a few weeks, and it's going to get you Clearwater, Florida. Those are both fight nights. You got the small ring of fire on those. You don't want to miss that. It's the Bkfc app, all the archive, exclusive video content, the Bare Knuckle Show with Brian Sosha. Really, all the bare knuckle you could possibly want or need is right there on that Bkfc app. And I don't know about you, but it's Saturday night in Dubai, so we got to get things cracking. Let's go to Sean Wheelock, Chris Lido, our commentary team. Gentlemen, this main event, Kai Stewart, Tommy Strydom, I'm pretty psyched. I don't know about you.
Fully agreed, Cyrus. This is a really intriguing main event. Chris, night 2 of 2 straight for Bkfc here in Dubai. Our main event for the Bkfc 145-pound world title, 2 undefeated fighters. The champion Kai Stewart versus Tommy Strydom.
And these guys are undefeated because one thing, Sean, they always fight their fight. Strydom does a great job getting in the pocket, throwing hard punches, always trying to get in and work the body. Kai Stewart weaponizes his pace like nobody we've seen. He's really made this his own sport. It's going to be a great main event.
Tonight's fight odds are presented by Kurgo, the official betting partner of BKFC.
Okay, I really like these odds, all very close. That means there's money to be made. I really like Brandon Allen at minus 216. He hasn't lost since 2021, Sean G.
Blackout Coffee presents the unified rules of bare knuckle fighting, administered this evening by the Mohegan Tribe Department of Athletic Regulation. Punching in the active clinch is allowed. All kicks, knees, and elbows are illegal, as are all takedowns and submissions. We open tonight here in the United Arab Emirates with a fight in the featherweight division. Dzhakbarov versus Nurym. Our tale of the tape is presented by Bucked Up Energy Drink.
Sean, right away, Nurym with a significant 7-inch height advantage, also a 4-inch reach advantage. He knows his opponent needs to get inside. He needs to make him pay.
A phenomenal outdoor setting here in Dubai. The crowd continuing to arrive for night 2 of Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship. From Kazakhstan, Nurym, now set for his BKFC debut. Nurym 9-1 in his pro boxing career. In our fighter meeting, Nurym told us, I am not changing anything for this, my BKFC debut. For what I do as a professional boxer, I'm going to be smart, I'm going to be fast, exactly as I do in pro boxing.
He definitely wants to stay long, Sean. Stay outside and work inside. He has to use that jab. He thinks his opponent's going to come in aggressive, and he wants to use that against him.
Of his opponents, Dzhakbarov, Nurym said, I definitely expect a heavy aggression. I expect Dzhakbarov to throw wild punches, but I am not concerned with his power. I will land quickly as he comes straight forward.
Well, he's going to start fast, but he feels like his opponent is coming in, and he's a much better striker than his opponent. He knows he does a lot of other things well. That's what this is about. This is about striking. He is much better.
Nurym also told us, I will land clean power punches with both hands.
Has a high fight IQ. That's what he thinks is going to be the difference.
The Russian, Dzhakbarov, now set for his BKFC debut. In the sport of bare knuckle fighting, Dzhakbarov 6-2. He's also had 7 pro MMA bouts. Dzhakbarov told us in our fighter meeting, I will be extremely aggressive. He said, quote, the first strike will always be my strike.
He is going to get in the mid-range. He's going to clinch. He's going to hit whatever's open. Really wants to push the pace and get in his opponent's face.
Dzhakbarov also told us, high volume with speed, overhands, I will constantly throw power punches.
When asked how he's going to get inside without getting hit, level changes, wants to make his opponent move his hands and then his attack.
Dzhakbarov also said, I will work to the clinch, heavy punches, heavy uppercuts from the half-time plug.
Feels like he has a huge advantage. He's had several bare knuckle fights. His opponent has not. He's going to touch him early to let him know this is not boxing.
Night 2 of BKFC here in stunning Dubai. To get our evening started, we send it to the always outstanding Jeff Houston.
Hello, 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 Dubai! Ladies and gentlemen, good evening and welcome once again to the Dubai Tutti Free Tennis Stadium. History in the making. For the first time in the United Arab Emirates could not be contained for one event. So we welcome you to day number 2 for the most exciting combat sport on planet Earth. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to
And we are now set for our opening fight of the night, scheduled for 5 two-minute rounds in the featherweight division. Presented to you by Bucked Up Energy Drink. Get bucked up. Introducing you first. Fighting out of the red corner, tonight he wears white. He stands 5 feet 10 inches tall. His official weight, an even 145 pounds. His overall boxing record stands at 9 victories opposite a single defeat. And tonight makes his Bkfc debut. Fighting out of Akta, Kazakhstan, here is Dzhakbarov Nurym. And across the ring, his opponent, fighting out of the blue corner. Tonight he wears red. He stands 5 feet 4 inches tall. His official weight, an identical 145 pounds even. He holds a combined combat sports record of 15 fights, and tonight makes his Bkfc debut. Fighting out of Moscow, Russia, here is Shamil the Hunter Dzhakbarov. And our referee in charge of the action, Mario Ivanov.
Nurym told us my power punches will flow off of my jab, constant in and out movement.
Are you ready?
Both fighters up to scratch.
Let's go, let's go!
Round number 1. Red trunks for the Russian, Shamil Dzhakbarov. White trunks for the fighter from Kazakhstan, Nurym. Nurym 5'10", Dzhakbarov 5'4".
Dzhakbarov just ducking his head down and winging punches throwing in. He's got to be careful not to get hit with those uppercuts.
Nurym from the outside. Dzhakbarov looking to explode. Which was back against the ropes from long range. There's the explosion in the left hand. Big wide swings from Dzhakbarov.
These are my commands.
Quick separation from referee Mario Ivanov telling both fighters, listen to my commands. Over and right from Nurym. And that's ruled as a knockdown by Mario Ivanov. It was the clipping left hook of Nurym.
And Dzhakbarov has got to calm down a little bit. He's too wild. He's running in too fast. He's got to work his way in, get the clinch.
Right back to it. Literally dipping its head heavy into the clinch comes Shamil Dzhakbarov. Getting the separation from Mario Ivanov. 55 seconds remaining. Round number 1, and that is knockdown number 2 off of the 1-2.
Oh, that one makes him a little wobbly. Look at the top of his head is cut.
Hey, are you okay?
There's the mandatory 8 count of the Dzhakbarov by Ivanov.
No.
This fight is over. Welcome to Bkfc. Nurym.
Wow, that was a little surprising the way Dzhakbarov he got up, but he just really didn't respond. He said nothing when the referee said, "You ready to continue?" He just shook his head and kind of looked away. They're never going to let you fight if you do that.
The Kazakh Nurym, 9-1 in his pro boxing career, and the 25-year-old now 1-0 in Bkfc. He is most definitely a fighter to watch in Bkfc's featherweight division.
And that was really surprising because the main thing with Dzhakbarov, he's like, I've had bare knuckle. He's had 8 fights already. He's the one who understands what it's like to get hit with a bare fist, and he acted like the guy who'd never been hit. You see that reaction with a lot of guys in their first fight. They get knocked down. They're like, no, this isn't for me. That was kind of the reaction we got from Dzhakbarov, but interesting.
Nurym told us, I will be smart and fast in this my Bkfc debut, exactly as I am in my pro boxing career. Chris, Nurym was most definitely smart. He was most definitely fast. There was no wasted movement. There was no recklessness. Just precision, power, excellent footwork and head movement from Nurym.
I wish we could have saw a little bit more of Dzhakbarov, the way he continued to blitz in and run forward. With reckless abandonment was a difficult style for what he was trying to do against his opponent.
See the great sportsmanship, the respect. Shamil Dzhakbarov, again, very accomplished, entered 6-2 in the sport of bare knuckle for this his Bkfc promotional debut. Dzhakbarov has also had 7 pro MMA bouts. He tried to solve the reach, the range advantage of Nurym, but Nurym's so fast moving in and out.
It's his styles make fights sometimes, Sean. You have a guy who's a very good fighter, but his style didn't work out this time. Trying to rush in against a very good boxer, that's difficult.
Here is Jeff Houston.
Ladies and gentlemen, our referee in charge, Mario Ivanov, steps in calling a stop to the fight. And 1 minute, 23 seconds into round number 1. For your winner by TKO, D-Shot, Nurym.
Great fight for Nurym. Just really went out and did a great job of controlling the range, making his opponent pay for trying to get close. Exactly what he needed to do with that reach advantage.
Dzhakbarov was aggressive. Looked to continually run in, but you see the clean technical striking with the speed and power from the Kazakh D-Shot Nurym. 2 knockdowns to the first round finish. The winner by way of round 1 TKO, D-Shot Nurym defeats Dzhakbarov.
Bare knuckle fighting ain't for the weak. It's about pushing limits, training harder, and staying sharp. You don't hold back in the ring, so why hold back in life? This energy boost hits harder than a left hook. Bucked Up and Bkfc hard-hitting pre-workouts, energy for any moment.
In the lightweight division, Mateen Safari versus Angel Sadong. The numbers presented by Crypto Fight Game.
Sadong with a slight 1-inch height advantage, 2-inch reach advantage. That's not that much for this weight class. Very even on the tail of the tape.
How is he going to judge and get the scores right if he's seeing the back of your shirt?
From the Philippines, Angel Sadong now set for his Bkfc debut. Sadong has had 2 bouts in the sport of bare knuckle fighting, 2 in professional boxing, 1 in pro kickboxing. Over our 2 nights in Dubai for Bkfc, 20 fights, that means 40 individual fighter meetings. We will give the Philippine Angel Sadong the quote of the week. He said, quote, "When it comes to aggression, that's me."
Definitely wants to be an aggressive fighter. Feels like he has power in both hands, but really wants to land that big right. He wants an inside fight, and he wants to pressure his opponent the entire time.
Sadong said, "I am fully focused on recording the knockout. I will throw heavy. I will be first in every exchange. I believe that I have the cardio that allows me to push a heavy pace."
Well, Sean, he's willing to trade punches because he feels like he's going to hit harder than his opponent. So all he has to do is land with his power punches. He's putting him down. He's willing to trade to do so.
Of his opponent, Mateen Safari, Angel Sadong said, "I think he's going to try to be very technical. I think he's going to stay behind that high guard. I have to push the pace."
But thinks his opponent is going to try and get in and clinch him, slow the pace down. He's going to make him pay for trying to do so. He has to land those power shots.
From Iran, Mateen Safari, set now for fight number 1 in Bkfc. Safari has had 7 pro MMA bouts. Mateen Safari told us in our fighter meeting, "I'm going to be very technical. I'm going to smartly wait to land my counters and be very active with my jab from range."
Yeah, range. He's staying long. He's throwing 1s and 2s. He's making his opponent pay for trying to close that gap. Feels like his opponent's going to come in with some forward aggression, making him pay each time he does.
Safari told us, "I will throw long right uppercuts. I want to showcase my skill set. I want to showcase my footwork."
He was really confident that he's better in all aspects of fighting. He's really going to go for a first-round knockout.
Of his opponent in this lightweight bout, Angel Sadong. Mateen Safari said he's definitely durable. I know he is tough, and I know that Sadong will come forward. I have to keep sidestepping his clinch attempts. I have to keep moving.
He knows with that aggression, he has to really focus on defense, but make sure he's throwing those 1-2s, staying long, using that reach.
Back to the ring, and Jeff Houston.
Fight fans of Dubai, we are set for the next fight of the night, scheduled for 5 2-minute rounds in the lightweight division, presented to you by Crypto Fight Game. Introducing to you first, fighting out of the red corner, tonight he wears gold and black. He stands 5 feet 9 inches tall. His official weight, an even 155 pounds. He holds a combined combat sports record of 5 fights, and tonight makes his Bkfc debut. Fighting out of Cavite City, the Philippines, here is Mark Deadshot Angel Sadong. And across the ring, his opponent, fighting out of the blue corner, tonight he wears black. He stands 5 feet 8 inches tall. His official weight, an identical 155 pounds even. He holds an MMA record of 7 fights, and tonight makes his Bkfc debut. Fighting out of Karachi, Iran, here is Mateen Mad Dog Safari. And our referee in charge of the action, Brian Miner.
Mateen Safari told us, controlling the distance is my key to victory. I cannot allow Mark Angel Sadong to stay on the inside. Round number 1. Immediate forward pressure for the fighter from the Philippines, Mark Angel Sadong. He's in the gold trunks, and he lands a big overhand right. Black trunks for the Iranian, Mateen Safari.
Sadong just coming with hard punches, just telegraphing everything.
There's the overhand right from Sadong, overhand left from Safari. To the body, big swings from Mark Angel Sadong.
Sadong just saying, I'm going to throw harder, I'm going to hit you, I'm going to knock you out, but can you stop me?
Rear right bullet.